Just because someone stays quiet after a breakup and doesn't say anything about the relationship, they don't say, I was abused or it was horrible or whatever, they could not say a word, that does not mean that they are the victim. The person who speaks up, the person who is coming forward, the person is saying, hey, no, this is what happened to me, this is what I went through, is not necessarily the abuser. A friend of mine and a fellow creator recently pointed out to me that there are some comments in the comment section. There's a lesbian creator who's been accusing her ex-partner of being abusive for a while now, probably like almost a year, I don't know. And people are starting to say, well, the truth is that she's the abuser and the person who's accused is the victim, and the victim has stayed quiet mostly, and that's how you can tell. Y'all, that's not how this works. That is dangerous misinformation. Unfortunately, it's not that cut and dry when it comes to abuse. An abusive person can stay quiet and keep their head down and ride out the storm and act like nothing ever happened and try to have people perceive them as the victim because the other person is trash talking them. And an abusive person can also come out publicly telling the whole town, telling the whole world if they have a platform that their ex was abusive. They can be running that smear campaign. It can go either way. The same goes for the victim. The victim can literally shove it down and never talk about it for the rest of their lives. They've been silenced long enough. They may not want to say more, may not feel like they're able to say more. At the same time, they might finally find their voice and start telling people around them what they experienced, and maybe they have a platform. Maybe they come on here and they want to start talking about it. If you really want to know, one of the main ways that you can tell if someone is abusive or if they were the abuser or the abusee is, are they using that person's name? Are they using that person's face? Is this a smear campaign where they're saying, hey, everyone, whole entire world, look at this other person. This person did this, 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 this. I do not want to encourage all of you to come out here and start taking notes and being like, well, I noticed this. Well, I'm trying to find out who's the real abuser, the real victim, whatever. That's not what I want you to do. I want you to believe victims. I want you to believe survivors when they come forward. I also want you to know that it is not cut and dry because abusive people can be very clever, and a lot of them know how to play the game and they know how to manipulate, and they will manipulate you. All of this to say, again, just because someone is quiet or someone is speaking out does not mean they're abusive. A lot of us are on here not using our abusers' names or faces or whatever, not because we want to protect them. They do not deserve our protection. But the point of our sharing is not to run a smear campaign. It's to share our story in hopes that other people will feel less alone.